And we are gonna have Action versus Rush? Who is Rush?
Freaking nobody. This is his fourth game ever.
Fourth game of StarCraft ever. Do you hear that, guys? This kid has only played 4 games of StarCraft, but he's already in Pro League. Wow. This is like prodigy level.
And Sulky is so bad that Rush still managed to beat him in his first ever game. It's
Boom.
fourth ever televised game, obviously. If we're gonna talk about clans again, he was on some good clans though. He was on White and Cal, that both produced some good players in their time. So definitely got games against the best. So he's no stranger to playing against good players.
And there he is. No games against Zerg, no games this season. Just random guy being sent for CJ. This is actually, you know, this is very interesting because a lot of people were saying because of how like deep CJ's lineup is that their rookies would never get to play. So
well, that's why I love this new format because it gives rookies a chance to play.
Does it? No, it doesn't.
Yeah, having like no ace match. Before in Winners League,
no,
you
but
got
yeah,
4 players.
well, okay, no, I agree with
League,
you for most teams, but for a team like CJ, they have more than 5 amazing players, so it's like they don't need to ever play a rookie.
That's true, but they still have the opportunity to. Like, maybe they shouldn't versus KT, but they absolutely should versus, like, Air Force Ace and Teammate.
Yeah. Well, I guess we'll see what he can do here. I mean, to be fair,
right,
you know,
wait.
the other day we
Turn
saw...
your volume way up. Turn it up.
Oh. I didn't get any woos.
Wait, wait, what?
I just heard CJ fighting, and that was it.
No, he was like, CJ fighting! He was really pumped. Like, it was like 3 degrees of... I don't even know. Excited? If there was a scientific measurement
he was like
for
82% more excited than the rest of the CJ fans.
If there was a scientific measurement for excitement and like just any given cheer for a game in a non-playoff pro league is like 1 kilo exciting, he was like mega excited.
1 kilo excite. You need to like units of measurement are always named after people. You have to like pick somebody.
All right.
So it could be like 1 Varosh of excitement.
Well, Varosh is already a measure of how much you suck, so we can't use that. I'm the like, with me it's the standard. If you're as bad as I am, you suck 1 Varosh.
Nice, nice.
All right. Anyways. So we're on Electric Circuit, which again, I'm a big fan of this map, but it like just the possibility of having your backdoor opened as a Terran like strikes fear into your heart. Like it's nice to have a free expansion, but that expansion isn't really free. There's no such thing as a free lunch or a free expansion. It comes at a great cost of possibly having 2 entrances, and like in your game plan, you really have to take that into account because you know in this matchup your opponent's going to have lurkers at some point, and it's no trouble for them to knock down that extra path.
Hold on, somebody in the chat just said there's actually a unit of measurement for excitement. I think he's trolling me. I'm gonna Wikipedia this, hold on. I'm pretty sure he's trolling.
No, they're talking about Richard Simmons. You're really bad at not getting trolled.
Yeah, who is that?
He's like a gay dance instructor or something.
Oh, I had no idea.
He's like, I don't know. He's one of those people that's like famous just because, but I'm like too young to know why they're famous because he's like 65 years old.
Oh.
Google him later, but definitely not now. Let's talk about the game.
I like still don't get it. I have no idea. All right. Anyway,
he's just like he made dance videos. He's like, come on, like work out that whatever, and he had like a high pitched voice and curly hair. And, I don't know. He was kind of fat for like a workout instructor.
Maybe.
That's all I got.
I mean, if he was excited a lot, we could just use his name. We could. You guys were trolling, but I mean, you know, there is no unit yet, so we get to choose. who makes it. And oh, look at this Manor Engineering Bay at the back mineral only of Action. So Rush gonna deny that. Action just gonna throw the hatchery down in his main base instead. And we just have like, you know, standard full patch into a third hatch versus a 1-rank expand. Nothing too fancy.
Do you think that Rush could be a fan of Go Rush by any chance? The like ancient Zerg player. He had his whole career on SKT1, and he was awesome. Go Rush. So,
Wait, what?
do you remember Go Rush?
Yeah,
like,
of course I know Go Rush.
Do you think Rush is named after him? Like it's an homage?
I don't know. I think just
Probably
like the
not.
yeah. This is like
It's
the
more
amount of
likely
English
he's
words
like, I need
that
to pick an English word.
yeah, it's just
Yeah.
the amount of words that pro gamers know is so limited that they end up rehashing it.
I wonder how he got the name Rush. Do you think that
It's kind of like how Boxer's name is actually came from like 2 different foreigner players, right? Because there was like Boxer and there was like Slayers, or it was like what was it, like G99 Slayers or something? So he took like the Slayers from that.
Yeah.
Anyways, so looks like we're gonna have a few Marines moving out, and they're gonna run smack into some Zerglings, so that's not ideal. Looks like 5 Marines and an SCV against, oh my god, that's actually a lot of Lings going around the side, and look at this. Action going for the flank, but no, looks like the Marines are going to pull back. Rush senses the danger. His spidey senses tingled.
It's really good that somehow Rush decided to pull back, because Action was disguising that really well.
Oh my god, the Speedling!
Oh, he's gonna do a run by. I don't agree with this at all. There's so many SCVs out to block that there's no way that this is gonna get in and do any damage. Luckily, he only loses 1 Zergling in the process. Really, not much of a commitment at all. But Action is I guess the only way Rush could have known is that, like, Action has a reputation for this. He tries to bait you out and trap you. A lot of Zergs will do that, but it's, like, less popular nowadays because most Terrans are prepared for it, and it's just a waste of drones to make Zerglings instead. But, man, Action has a lot of Zerglings. He's continued to produce them. He's, like, is he doing a 3-hatch all-in Zergling build or something? He just keeps streaming out, man. This is way too many Zerglings.
Yeah.
I'd build a 2nd bunker if I was Rush, maybe a 3rd too. Like, if your opponent's already sacrificed this many drones, don't worry about it. He is transitioning into the Spire, but look how like thin his mineral patch is, particularly at his natural are. He's really low econ. I'm not liking this build at all.
Man, this is such a 180. I mean, Action is the guy who stopped last's, you know, ridiculous tear in Pro League, so to see him suddenly failing in his EVT is kind of like, what is going on with this guy? But, the fire bat's gonna kill him.
Now they're on hold position against a fire bat.
Now,
It's like, I made 40 Zerglings and he made 1 fire bat, I guess I'm dead. Or, not dead, but, like, way behind. This is just a really questionable build.
this is what I was thinking. Rush has to be careful, though, because there is another group of Lings that can go for a backstab, so he's got to be, you know, he's got to leave some units at home in case there's a counterattack, and there's the scan. Oh my god, there's only 1 sunken. He's got to make more. It looks like he is actually going for the backstab. He's going to run into the main base, and it looks like Rush actually just didn't leave anything in his base. Wow, that is a huge mistake there. All these Lings just going to run straight in, and even if this doesn't kill that much, it's just buying so much time for Action right now. Like, this is exactly what he needed. Oh my god, Rush showing his rookiness right now. It's not ideal.
I'm really not happy with how this game's going so far. Like, this honestly, like, you could join a random play observer on iCup between like a C and a C+ player and have it look exactly like this. Like, we're not really seeing any displays of skill so far. Maybe as the Mutalisks come out, we'll see a little bit better play, but like, this has just been all in all just like, Action shouldn't have gone for this early Zergling pressure because it's stupid, and Rush shouldn't have been so underprepared for it because he already knew about it, and then he moved out and didn't leave like a fire bat on hold position plugging the gap at home, which was just like careless and bad. I'm disappointed.
Action doing a nice job actually hiding 4 Zerglings in the back mineral expansion of Rush, and now his mutas are going in with both turrets being sniped by those Zerglings. However, the Marines are in position to help defend, although now the muta's going over to the natural. Looks like 3 turrets on the side there, but finding just the perfect sweet spot, although now he's going to take a lot of turret fire on the way out. But it looks like, I don't think he's actually lost even a single Mutalisk yet, and he's killed a decent number of SCVs. Oh, he did lose 1? Okay.
and there's actually 2 fire bats at the position that looks like he correctly predicted where Action was going to try to expand. Now Action's just running away with that drone, hoping not to get caught by the fire bats. Where is it going? It's like a meandering path. He's taking his mineral only with his 4th hatch, which once he wasn't able to take it with his 3rd hatch, it really isn't something he wanted to do. He wanted to take like a gas expansion with that 4th hatch. So that's like, I don't like how easily he was defeated. He's like, oh, first place I tried out a fire bat, I guess I'll just expand to my mineral only. He's putting his 5th hatch at the, looks like 3 o'clock now where there is a gas. But actually, he just went for like a much earlier 5th hatch though. Not too big of a deal there. He's gonna recoup that money once he gets his mineral only up and running. And from here,
I think this is fine because his mutas are doing a lot of damage. You know, the earlier Ling attack really helped out. And looks like he's actually sent 1 muta to clear out those fire bats. That's a very interesting choice. I mean, it's dedicating a little bit of time from using that for harassment, but I think he probably has the full complement of 11 mutas anyway, so might as well use that for something rather than just leave it lying around until he actually needs to switch it out with a damaged muta.
Rush critically has not been target firing the muta. Like, he hasn't been controlling his Marines and right-clicking on a single muta to make sure he gets it. He's just got kind of all of his Marines like there, so as soon as they get attacked, they reciprocate the fire. But like, he really needs to be picking off the mutas one by one, not just like dealing a little bit of damage. And you can see his reactions are a little bit slow on that. Like, he really needs to be dealing with this mutaless harassment a little bit better than he is. His starport stuff, he's going to start his science facility soon, so like, there's a clock on how long the mutas are going to be effective for, but they're definitely living way too long and dealing way too much damage. And actually, well, Action's going for the hive now, but Rush has killed so few mutas that I feel like a Greater Spire is probably going to come out just because he has so many mutas left over from the early stage of the game, unless he dives in and takes a lot of damage. Wait, did no mutas die? Like, this is seriously really bad by Rush. Like, it's an absolute fundamental pro-gamer skill to, as soon as you see the muta, right-click on one to make sure you kill one instead of just deal damage to some.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like, you know, despite what was kind of questionable play in the beginning of the game, Action has definitely picked things up, and this is like the level of play that is what stopped last, you know. Oh,
so you can get the first science vessel as it comes out too. Like, that would just be absolutely tragic. You're just taking a lot of damage as they fly out, and actually one dying. What is that?
He didn't bring any Scourge though, so it'll be like difficult to take down the vessel because vessels have a lot of HP. Actually, they're really beefy. So yeah, and the mutas don't have the biggest DPS. But
well, yeah, I think he has enough mutas in there to 3-hit it, which shouldn't be that bad.
I guess. Yeah, maybe. Anyways, looks like Marines moving out just a little bit, just timidly testing the waters, dipping their toes in. And
do you think he's going to go for the Greater Spire this game? Let me just ask you that before you keep going.
I don't think so. I mean, this doesn't seem like an amazing map for Guardians, and oh man. What, were those supposed to be hold lurkers? I feel like they might have been intended for that or something.
No, those were take out your opponent's back rocks and open a
oh yeah, of course. Oh, he might go for the vessel. No, he's going for the tank. Doesn't get it.
What are those things? They're like not signs. They're like psi emitters that are blocking the ramp.
Psi disruptors, like, I think. Yeah.
Psi disruptors. Okay. Psi somethings.
They're not rocks, man. They're not rocks.
Well, I mean, like, they're obstacles, whatever.
Yeah, I know.
You really think I'm gonna get crap for that? Maybe, but
dude,
I don't
you
really
are.
care.
That's why I said it. You already are, man.
I already am.
Yeah.
Well, like,
dude,
really
it's the internet, man. You'll get crap for everything, dude. I got crap for being sick once. Like, I was coughing on stream. Someone was like, "God, this commentator sucks. Why is he coughing?" Fuck.
Let's just talk about how Action correctly engages a Terran. You walk your lurkers, well, you're supposed to have more lings so that your lurkers don't instantly die, but you walk your lurkers straight up to the things you want to kill so they can't just take one step away and survive like we saw in our last series. Although for Action, I would like to see him have more lings, you know, to keep his lurkers alive longer. Other things like cannon fodder, basically, for the Marines to attack instead of the lurkers.
You know, he's also realized that
the Scourge coming across, and they completely missed the vessel. It's to the south and not going to kill it. And now it is Rush that's going to take out Action's alternate path into the main. So he's this is really interesting because we could see a situation in which both players have 2 entrances to their main, which would be awfully cute, I would say.
I mean, you know, another important thing that Action is doing differently is that he is getting defilers. They're pretty good in ZBT, I hear. And it looks like, although is he gonna get the swarm off? Looks like he doesn't get the swarm off with that defiler. I actually don't know why. It moved out as if it was gonna swarm or plague or something, and it just like ran back and died. A very sad and lonely death. Anyway,
did it forget to consume a Zergling? It forgot to pack a lunch, and then it got there, and it's like, oh, I'm unprepared. I forgot to book that.
Hate when that happens. And then it went back looking for a vending machine or something. Just gonna buy a power bar.
Interesting by Rush. Like, he was going tank style, but it looks like he's transferring into the pure SK Terran, getting a second starport, which I'm actually not that big of a fan of because there's so many lurkers out still. I feel like he could use the tanks, but it looks like he's going to want to go all science vessel, which is very admirable, and it's kind of fallen into disfavor. Like, more people are using tanks than they were like 2 years ago or a year ago.
Yeah, well, I think it's just the mech switch in general is coming faster and faster nowadays, whereas Rush is just staying on the bio, it seems.
Yeah, he's actually not getting the vultures out with the mines, which is something that I think every Terran should do because vultures are just the best unit in the game. I think it's decided.
Basically, I mean, you know, when it's free and has a build time of 0, it's probably pretty good. It also comes with 3 nukes.
Yeah, it comes with 3 nuclear missiles.
Yeah, they're pretty good units. Anyway, oh man, like, is he gonna get there before the Nidus finishes? The Nidus is like halfway done. Oh man, that's gonna be really close. And even if the Nidus barely finishes, he can just run in and snipe it. But the Nidus
queued up on the other. I saw that he had a lurker queued up on the one side of it.
It's gonna be so close. The Nidus finishes. He needs units, and it looks like the units barely get out in time. Oh my god! At the last second, saving his bottom right expansion, his crucial 4th gas there. Rush clearly not too happy about that. He's going to have to actually use units, but oh my god, he might lose the vessels! Oh man, that was so perfect by Action, but just doesn't quite get it, and it looks like Action actually is suffering a little bit from not having his backdoor broken. He's got a defiler and some links, just completely stuck there. Oh my goodness, having horrible flashbacks of Jaedong's game now.
Well, when Jaedong accidentally got himself stuck, it was because he held position drones on the ramp so Zelts couldn't run into his main, which was a smart decision. Action can't get out because he doesn't know how to rally on this map. Like,
Indeed.
Huge difference. Jaedong at least had a legitimate
Wait, why is he attacking here? Why is he attacking here?
Oh, that was a bad engagement for those Marines. Did he even have any detection with that? I saw him kill Lings, but not a single shot on the lurker. Action's been really bad at scourging vessels this game, but otherwise doing pretty well, and saving that bottom right base was critical. And Rush really needs to start worrying because he needs a 3rd gas, and he needs it soon. Is he trying to take the 12 o'clock, or is he going to expand to 9 o'clock?
Dude. Guy, clearly, that the Defiler and Lings are there intentional. Did you see how he just blocked those dropships? Yeah. Rush, man.
Yeah.
His strategic insight was just way above our heads. We just couldn't understand, but it was actually genius. But anyway, looks like we're going to have another engagement here in the middle of the map. Taking down 2 vessels, crucially. Very, very nice. Despite having gone for 2 port vessels, his vessel count is not very high at all. But looks like we do have a double drop going towards the bottom right. He actually looks like really depressed playing this game. He's just like, oh, I lost my vessels. Oh, woe is me. And he's actually just done a double drop with no medics, which is not very good. But, man, Rush. I guess this is why he's a rookie and has only played like 2 games in Pro League before. Oh man, because he is not really doing so well against Action. There's a decent army moving up here, but I mean, 1 Dark Swarm and a Lurker will just stop the entire attack. Although there is a notable lack of a Dark Swarm right now, which is a little bit concerning.
I'm trying to think of something nice to say about Rush's play, but it's like, even though he's brand new to Pro League, basically, it's his play, like his unit compositions are dated. His early game was kind of bad, his micro was kind of bad, his mid and late game are bad. Maybe his macro is really good. I don't know.
Dude, just call him retro, man. He's being retro with his TVZ.
Oh, he's playing 2005 style.
Yeah, dude.
No, I'm sorry.
This is like, it's a throwback, man, to how Boxer used to do it. Except
then
not
how
really.
come he didn't open 2 racks? He expanded too early for it to be a throwback.
Yeah, that's true.
You should have gone like the Sparks Terran 3 racks, or the Zumi build. I mean.
Yeah. to be fair to him though, he is kind of keeping map control. Like if you look, he's constantly pressuring Action right now, and Action is just kind of holding on at all his bases, which is generally how TVZ looks anyway. But I mean, you know, Russia's bases have not really been pressured at all. Looks like, oh, doing some nice scourging though, Action is. And a drop in the back there. Looks like wall attacking the front. Is there no Defiler here at the natural? This natural just seems really scary. And that drop in the 3 o'clock is actually doing a good job. Man, we were we were bashing Rush, but it looks like he's doing a good job, but no more units come out, and looks like the drop is cleaned up. But whoa, a lot of drones got stacked and died there. Pity we didn't get to see all of them get roasted. I do love roasted drones. Or otherwise dead drones. Stormed drones are also particularly delicious.
Oh, I'm sorry, what was the preparation of that?
Stormed?
Oh, stormed drones,
yeah.
I'm sorry. Okay, yeah, oh, delicious. I like it when you, like, marinate it with an ensnare, maybe. Delicious. So Ultras are coming out. It gets irradiated immediately, but that's like a bad irradiate. It's good because the splash damage Ultras is doing so much damage to everything. If you can irradiate them before the engagement, that's fine, but you don't want to like deal extra damage to your own units. And a very, very nice plague by Action, getting most of the vessels as well as a good clump of the medic marine forces as well. And
dude, did you just see that Defiler? He like started consuming a Zergling and then died from the irradiate, and the consume animation finished, but the Zergling didn't die. Man, that was crazy.
Whoa. I completely missed that, but that is an awesome...
Dude, I just
awesome
recently
thing.
learned something. Apparently, if a queen like shoots a broodling at a unit but dies before the broodling hits, it doesn't go off. Like even if the animation completes, it's crazy, man. It's crazy.
That's
I love Brood War. Yeah, man.
Yeah. I mean, it's just everything that happened in this game. It's complete bull. You just have to get used to. So can we talk about Action's upgrades suck for a moment?
Do they?
My main point on this subject is Action's upgrades suck at the moment. He's at 1 melee and 2 carapace. Like
he's got +1 on the ultras. Oh! Lurkers are pretty good against Marines, guys. And it looks like the Hydra's actually coming in and cleaning up a bunch of Plague Science vessels. Rush. Looking sad as he's looked pretty much the whole game. Maybe that's just like what his face looks like. Maybe he's actually not sad at all.
He kind of looks like disgusted, like he just ate something that he doesn't particularly like. Maybe it's like bitter or something.
I think he just ate some lurker spines. Those are probably not very tasty.
That's pretty accurate. And oh, just barely missing the Scourge on the second of the 2 dropships. The 12 o'clock base that it looks like Rush expanded to several minutes ago. I think that's going to be the next target for Action. Once he cleans up this drop, I think he's going to go on the offensive.
Oh my god, Action. Monster Plague.
Oh, beautiful Plague. That must have been 2 plagues, or else it was like picture perfect.
Why is he attacking?
Why
what are
is
you
it still
doing?
engaging? Why are you... No.
Stop being bad.
Oh.
GG. Rush, he didn't even get attacked. Guys, notice, Rush's bases, like, barely ever got attacked this entire game, and he's like, GG's out. Oh, man. Rush.
Now, get this crap out of Pro League. Like, that was not a good enough game to be worthy of Pro League.
Ooh, harsh, man. Feroche, laying it down.
No, I mean, like, the openings were, like, poorly executed on both sides, and then, like, the whole game was just, like, it was good, don't get me wrong, just wasn't Pro League good, is what I'm trying to say.
I know what you're saying, man. I know what you're saying.
But next we have Flash versus Effort, so I'm sure I will feel much better in a few minutes. See you guys on the other side of the commercial. Sale's probably going to run.
Nice.